Hey guys, welcome back to Space Engineers. Adam here. We are continuing workout here. I decided I am stripping it down. I pulled the ship down. I pulled a bunch of thrusters off, some heavy armor plates. This ship is going to take some serious trips back and forth though, and some expansion of the cargo bays back home. So let's go ahead and we'll just leave that named that for now. I want to have a GPS here so that I know where it is. We still have that base to take care of down there too. I'm gonna unlock, and I'm being a little bit ginger. Let's see. This is gonna be a good way to test our cargo capacity as well, our lifting capacity. So I'm at 360. Let's say 368, just to make it an easy number, and it's flying pretty darn okay. So I will probably go up to like 450 or so for the next flight. Oh man, there's a lot of pirate bases that way. I'd rather not have to fight my way past that many pirates if I can avoid it. So I guess we'll swing around the long way here. So I'm gonna go drop this off. I think I'm probably going to have to build some more cargo containers back home, because we were already getting pretty full, and I have a bunch more stuff here now, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But I stripped the guns off that. The battery, like you saw, I ground down. That was the only thing powering it. I hope it doesn't despawn. I don't think it will. It is unpowered, but we'll have to see. And in any case, I am going to be slow booting it apparently. It's going to take a little while. Just to get around this mountain is going to take a little while. Actually, we're going at a pretty decent clip. We're already going 33 meters per second, so it's just kind of a long trip. 40 kilometers. Avoid pirates. I was trying to avoid the pirates. There were no pirates down on that ice last time we flew by, but evidently there are now. So they spawned a drone of some sort. It's trying to come in at us. Let's get the fire up the guns, I guess. Have a running fight on the way home here. I flew all the way around the mountain trying to avoid fighting, and what did it get me? Just a fleeting rival, I guess, but still. Why is he not following me? Huh. Well, if he doesn't want to follow me, I am okay with that, I guess. No, he's definitely following. He's staying just out of range. He can't go faster than me, so it's not until we start getting close to the base and we slow down that it's going to actually catch up. Unless we stop and fight it, but wonder if it will follow me all the way back. That means I have another base I'm going to have to take out before I can make another trip out here. That's annoying. I didn't know that they would spawn in places like that I'd been already. Complicates things. I wish I'd remembered to shut the rear hangar door to protect the grinding ship. A supply cache, too. I think those are usually booby trapped. Not real sure how I'm supposed to deal with that, but we will see. Maybe I'll build a little grinder drone to go up and see if we can get inside. I wish there was a way to get into the control console here with the ship continuing on a planet without it crashing and going out of control, because I'd like to shut that hangar, but I don't have it on my hotbar. And I'm going to slow down if I let my finger off the... Oh, look at the moon coming up. That's pretty fun. Alright, home base is within visual range now. So what I think we're going to do is actually... I don't know if the guns are on back home or not, but what I'm going to do is do a flyby and flip around when we get past the base, because if we're going to shoot it down, I'd rather it go clear of the base onto the ice field on the other side anyway. That way there's no danger of it damaging anything up back at home. Again, I'm still having frame rate issues. Tonight, I think is going to be the night that I take this PC apart and swap out the graphics card. So hopefully, a fresh install of Windows. I'm going from a GTX 970 to a 1070, which I don't think is going to help very much in this game because it's actually not a GPU issue anyway, and the 970 is not really a slouch exactly anyway. But I'm still going to get that taken care of for some other reasons. I have the graphics card first of all, and there's a few games I've been playing that would run a little bit better. I didn't realize I could see that pirate. No, I can't see the pirate base. It's on the other side of that mountain. I saw some sort of speck of something over there. I also didn't quite realize I could see my own base from that far away. Things really do show up from quite a distance. Alright, so we're kind of close enough now that it's going to take a long time for us to slow down, so I'm going to flip the ship around because there's more guns facing forward. Did the pirate stop chasing us? Oh, good. Well, that's nice. I thought we were going to have a running firefight here. They give up at some point, I guess. Well, in any case, we still need to slow down. I could turn on the hydrogen thrusters to give it a little bit more of a boost, but I think we're doing pretty well here. So I'm going to offload this cargo, and then I think I'm going to do some more work on the base before we even bother going back out there. I would like to get the rest of that gear, but there's just no room to put any of that stuff. I mean, there's a whole spaceship's, you know, fairly large ship's worth of material back there. It's going to take a while to process it all. Alright, so our welders are moving into position here to build. This is actually a blueprint of the mining ship that's been updated with a welder, so I already replaced the welding ship. This one is going to be exactly identical, except I'm going to strip off the welder and put on a grinder, but I'm just going to build it from the blueprint and then update that and make a separate blueprint. So let's go ahead and activate the welders. And we'll get the pistons reversing here. And we should have our new ship in a moment here. Doesn't take very long. So much more convenient than trying to build these things manually. It looks like we had all the components, I think. I made sure I built some extra power cells so that I knew the batteries would get completed. And she's done. So, welders off so we can actually safely go out here. Let's go ahead and activate the thrusters on this thing so it doesn't fall out of the sky. Why am I dying? I think I spawned inside of a welder. The welders were turned off, but I think I still spawned inside of a welder. That was something. I don't know what to make of that. I was a little impatient. Should have probably waited till the welders were done retracting a little bit farther. And my body. Okay, nope. The welder is okay. That's what happened. For some reason, the welder is active on that ship. That's odd. Alright, well, let's give it a real wide berth here. Did I lose? This game is ridiculous about stuff disappearing. I lost my grinder and my welder. Those are expensive parts. Those are the ones I like to use. So, let's get around to the back side of this thing where it's a little bit safer and find the welder. It's going to be one of these ones. Off, on. I don't know why it spawned on. I must have been on when I did the blueprint, I guess. Alright, so our thrusters are on. I don't have a grinder with me. moderately annoying, not that big of a deal. Nope, not trying to grind that. Really just trying to grind this stupid little stub. There we go. God damn it. Anyway. I'm just going to park this thing up in the hangar, and we will modify it later. That should only take a few minutes. I need to rename everything on there, though. That will take... The welder's on again. What is up with that welder turning itself on? I don't get it. It's haunted. This is bizarre to me. Alright, welder. Yeah, you're still on. That thing... Well, I'm taking the welder off of this anyway. There's not much point in spending much time fixing it. I'm just gonna find the welder and off. Stay off. Stop trying to kill me, ship. Alright, so also, a lot of work got done on the Venture, and we're actually going to be taking that into space in the next episode, probably. I got the name on there, obviously. The bridge... I don't have a hydrogen bottle with me. Let's grab one so we can do a little fly around here. Well, actually, we're going to be getting rid of one of these ships, so let's grab one of these and do the fly around in this. Good old reliable. Alright, so I stripped out the ion engines because they were actually just a lot of dead weight. Put in hydrogen thrusters. The bridge is complete. We'll do an inside tour next time when we actually leave. Got some nice portholes, the captain's quarters, all that stuff. The ship is basically like 99% complete. There's some timer block stuff that I need to work out for the drilling rig, but other than that, she's pretty much done. And then over here, we have our new grinder pit. Now, I noticed, looking at this earlier, that I should probably raise the level of the armor up one level. And we'll just turn that off and leave it parked like that, so that the blocks get directed down. But we'll see how this works. I don't know if that will even make sense, but we'll see how this works. As is, I might need to tweak it a little bit. But these ships have both outlived their usefulness. And it's time for them to head onto becoming new ships. And engines off. Sayonara. Alright, so let's go down into the control room here and actually see what we got. This is all set up with timers. So I pretty much just press this one button and it runs the cycle for 2 minutes. So the door is closed, an alarm runs the whole time. After the door closes, which takes about 10 seconds probably for it to close, the grinder should come on, and they will run for about 1 minute and 45 seconds, which hopefully will be enough time to grind down anything I put down in there. But we will see how that progresses. That I can always just change the time. Especially with small ships, they're just so annoying to grind down. It's really nice to have a grinding pit. Of course, we're losing the battery components, but that's okay. I don't really mind losing some power cells just to deal with this. These are grinding down nicely because they're big and heavy, but the light parts are going to start... yeah, there's stuff getting tossed around already. These things go at ludicrous speed. timing was not long enough. And there's definitely some debris left down in there. That's kind of what I was worried about. I need to raise these angled blocks up one level higher, so everything gets forced to run off back into the grinder, so it doesn't collect quite as much junk. It was always a problem with the design anyway, that it would leave a bunch of crap lying around, but this is a lot more. They're just steel blocks for the most part down in there, so I'm not real worried about it. It does look like there's like some projector parts, or maybe those are gyroscopes. Yeah, they're probably gyroscopes. So it would be better if we were collecting all that stuff. So I will redesign that level of armor just so that it works a little bit more effectively. Alright, so we returned to that random outpost, frontier outpost that we encountered. The shipwreck that I've been scrapping is not far from here either, but wanted to finish this thing up, and Reclaimer should be able to deal with this. I am debating what I want to do about the fact that the turret is still online. There's still an internal turret, the interior turret on this thing. And I think if we just figure out where the power is, that would probably be the simplest way to shut this base down. And I'm just being very careful landing here because she's kind of a big ship. I mean, it's only the size of like a frigate or a corvette or something, I guess, but still a lot of mass to be maneuvering around. Try to be delicate. And should be touching down here in a moment. Got the thruster wash again. That came back in one of the updates. It's very subtle, but I can kind of see it there. There we go. And we are down. Thrusters off. Landing gear locked. Another happy flight. Alright, so let's go downstairs and see what's actually going on with this thing. Now, I remember there being an interior turret on it still. You know what? Let's grab a rifle. We'll grab like, I don't know, 10 magazines ought to be good enough. Go ahead and go to character tools, weapon, boom. Is it doing that thing where the thruster wash doesn't turn off again now? It stopped doing that. And now it's doing it again. It's kind of annoying. Alright, turret. There you are, you sneaky bastard. I'm thinking what we can do is grind out a window here. Or maybe this plate would be easier. Is that thing going to start shooting at my ship, though? Quite possibly. Let's not do this. Oh man, it's doing the thing where the fire comes back when you weld again. It stopped doing that. Keen. What are you guys doing? Alright, so let's try do a good old-fashioned door breaching here. My speakers are on. Gotta fix that so there's not feedback. The solar panels up top are already dead, so if it comes to it, we can probably figure out what's going on power-wise, but what did it just shoot at? I know you were not shooting at me. Dear God in heaven. This thing's hurt. Go ahead and shut that door for a moment. Have a look. We definitely hit it a few times. Just gotta hit it a few more times. Looks like the batteries might already be depleted in there. That battery is, at least. Curious. Well, while we're waiting for our health... Oh, it took out my gun. What a bastard. That's what it shot at. Like, went right through the door at the one thing it could actually hit, which is that stupid turret. Alright, there's the gravity generator. Just make sure all these solar panels actually are offline here. Put the parts back so I'm not carrying a bunch of crap. Alright, base. You still have power. What do we got in there? Cryo chamber. Bunch of hydrogen stuff back here. It's not really that useful. An assembler or something maybe? I don't know what's... That's a enhancement module for something. Where is your reactor? Programmable block. Maybe it doesn't have a reactor. It could still be running on battery. It's definitely possible. Straighten some of this crap out here, make it a little easier to get around. Of course, there could be a lower area that I just can't see anything into. Control console. What is that? That looks like a reactor, doesn't it? Can't tell. It kind of looks like it might be off. Well, that's probably a bad idea. Drop in on this thing. Reactor's off. I don't know, but I think it's time to shoot some stuff again. Dear God. There's gotta be like a sweet spot I can get to where I can kind of see part of it. Yeah. Awesome. Now, there could be other turrets. I don't think there are. That goes off to the cryo chamber that's in there, I think. Yeah, there's definitely a turret in there too. This is going to take a while to get through all this stuff. But now that we're inside, maybe we can get power offline. Let's see. Access denied. I don't want to destroy too many of the power cells. I always end up accidentally destroying a whole bunch of power cells doing... yeah, let's see. Destroyed some power cells. Well, at least we know that battery's offline. Is there a turret in there too? There sure is. Wait. That turned red. Why did that turn red? Oh, because this got destroyed. Okay. Got my hopes up. I think I'm still going to salvage these batteries as a whole and just bring them back. Batteries are always needed for ship construction. We're going to be building a space station. And I can just use the... I mean, it's only 2 power cells. Alright, power is offline. That's what was doing it. So now I should have free reign of the base. This turret should not shoot me. I'm still standing to the side because just because it shouldn't be able to shoot me doesn't mean it won't shoot me. I should probably get an elite grinder for doing breaching and stuff like that. Hey, buddy. Alright, so base is secure. That means I'm going to go take out the turrets. I might restore the solar panel so I have lights in here while I'm looking. Let's see. There's some cargo containers. Let's see if we can get into any of this inventory. Nothing? There's no loot? You kidding me? It even says loot on it, but there's no loot. Somebody has a really squeaky fan belt. I have my window up. It's actually kind of hot in here right now. Like, just in my apartment, it's cold outside. There's no loot. I was promised loot. Air vents, conveyors. It's a pretty neat base in all reality. Now, the reactor was not working. Does that mean that there's no uranium? Or is it just turned off? Yeah, there's no uranium in it. Yep, that was an assembler. Medical bay, programmable block. What's out on this wing here? Cryopods. Well, I'm disappointed in the lack of loot. Could be loot in the cryopod, you never know. I'll check. Lock not powered. Cannot look in your inventory. That's stuff that I left behind. I took the connector last time I was here and stored stuff in it that when I was grinding stuff down to get my fighter repaired for the flight, which ended up being a pretty ill-fated flight as it was. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the grinder ship out and start grinding some stuff down, I guess. See how much of this base we can fit. You know, before we do that, though, I will have my revenge, Mr. Turret. Give me your components. Oops. Hopefully we got enough stuff out of that one turret who shot my turret to fix this one. I had the guns turned off on here because I didn't want the reclaimer just decimating this place, but there'll be enough material from one of the other ones to get everything up and running. Alright, well, I've got some work to do. Alright, so we got a lot of work done here. I think I'm going to fly back and drop this off and make another trip off screen. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.